Gotta wait for it to come on. There we go. I think we're live. Let me get that 1 second mark. There we go. Now 4 seconds. I'm already into it. Welcome back, everybody. This is Mark 71 of the Super Civil Servants podcast. My name is Greg, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. You know, I've wanted to talk a little Power Rangers since the inception of the Super Civil Servants podcast, and it's never happened. But what better way to do it than tonight, introducing a new show and hanging out watching a great movie with some of my friends. It's going to be a really fun one. But we got our regular host here tonight, starting out with Chris. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Happy it's the end of the week. Gone hybrid with our county, so we made it through 1 week.
There you go. First,
He's a good thing.
that's right. Just got to get through the first week, then it's all downhill from there, right?
Yep.
All right. Sarah's with us too. What's up, Sarah?
Doing well. I'm so excited to chat with you, young fellows, about a movie and a franchise that, I watched way years ago. So I'm really excited. Really excited.
Good deal. Good deal.
You guys have brought back the '90s to me, so thank you very much.
The best time ever, the
I'm
90s.
Really looking forward to it. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to have a good time, I'm sure. Love this movie, Power Rangers, the 1995 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. I honestly probably haven't seen this movie in 20 years, but I loved it. I mean, just because, I couldn't even find this movie digitally when I was trying to look for it. Like, which is weird because it's 95. It's not like it's that old of a movie, but... well, before we get into the movie, before we get into the guests, let's talk about the network real quick. Go ahead and plug that. We are part of the Geek Ultimate Alliance Network, which you can find shows Monday through Sunday. Monday's World's Finest True Believers with Mr. Balga here, talking about old comics and any kind of art you want to from any publisher. Tuesdays is DC Alliance Podcast with me and Travis, where we like to talk about anything DC. Wednesdays is the counterpart with Marvel Ultimate Alliance with Travis Snell and Mr. Balga here. Thursday is going to be Katie's Day, where she's going to do Slice of Film and Star Wars Alliance bi-weekly, switching back and forth. This is weeklies, of course, because Nathan's not here to remind us of that, so I will. That's right. It's in the contract. Fridays is going to be superhero discussions, where you can find me and Travis again talking about old animated shows. We're currently covering Spider-Man the Animated Series right now. After we wrap that up, we're going to start Batman the Animated Series. Can't wait to do that. It's going to be really fun. Friday nights live right here. You can check out the Super Civil Servants podcast, 9 p.m. Usually 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. I didn't get off till 9 o'clock tonight, so I had to get home and get everything set up. So sometimes it's a little late, but every Friday, live, YouTube, and then the audio drops on Saturday. Saturdays and Sundays, we also have the DC and Marvel comic book rundown from Weird Science Comics. Covering comic books that are currently in production right now, which is a really fun way to get into stuff that you might not know about otherwise. So that's the rundown for the shows. We also have a Patreon account. The Patreon account is a $1 tier and a $5 tier. $1 tier keeps the lights flickering for us. $5 tier, you get early episodes, ad-free episodes, and Patreon exclusive stuff. I'm not going to mention what's on there because you got to, join Patreon to find out. So really fun stuff. Come check us out, and we appreciate everybody who's supporting us at the moment. There's also on November 7th a Geekverse 24-hour live stream that is going to be a charity event. They're trying to raise $1,500 for the BC Children's Hospital. They've already got a little bit of money going. I'll include the show notes in the text of this audio download, I guess, in the description of this audio download. There you go. Yeah, we're trying to get to 1,500 so we can shave Snell's hair, those blonde locks. That's right. So we're trying to get to that, but there's also going to be a Geekverse Podcast Network and Super Civil Servants podcast trivia battle that day. It's going to contain Marvel, Star Wars, DC, only movies by somebody's request. I don't know who yet, but we'll find out soon. But it's only movies. It's going to be a really good time, though. Of course, Super Civil Servants is going to win. And when we do, I might buy like a trophy or a belt or a ring or something like that. I don't know. And just wear it every time I'm with one of those guys or gals. But yeah, it's really fun. Check it out. I'll include the link in here. Yeah, if you can't donate, share. That's the biggest thing we can ask. We're trying to raise money for a good cause. 100% of the proceeds go to the BC Children's Hospital. So check it out. November 7th. They're going to be 24 hours. We'll be on there for about 2 or 3 hours, and then I'm sure I'll probably make a few more appearances here and there throughout the evening or day. But that is the network. And guess what? It's only getting bigger, believe it or not. So it's going to be even more described. I've got to figure out a way to get this shorter. Nathan's going to get on to me. But we do have a new show coming out. And this is the most fitting time or most fitting place to introduce this new show because we have a Power Rangers show coming out. It's going to be Ranger Alliance. This show is going to be a bi-weekly show starting November 1st. I'm going to pass the mic to Clay, Walt, and Joe, who are with us right now, and they are going to describe what the show is going to be about, their love for Power Rangers, and then we're going to watch a movie. So, Clay, here's the mic.
Hey guys, so I just realized that, little inside baseball here, last night, literally at midnight my time, I just got finished recording the very first episode of Ranger Alliance, and I forgot to plug the Patreon. I did everything else except for the Patreon.
I still have to write stuff down, man. Yeah.
Well, no, because I wrote everything down, and I'm like, okay, let's see how fast I can do this, because I know Nathan's out there, judging everybody, and 57 is probably in chat somewhere.
Shooting slap shots, not being here. Yeah, I hear you, man.
But I did everything perfectly, I think, but I got in at about, I started doing it at about 1:30, and I got done by 5 minutes, so I still got a ways to go, it took me way too long for that. But Ranger Alliance is going to be a podcast about everything Power Rangers, and the really cool thing about that is that if you haven't seen already this week, Power Rangers made a huge announcement. Really Hasbro has made a really huge announcement. They are moving forward with a brand new movie and TV franchise. Oh yeah. It's going to be after the current season of Power Rangers. I think it's Dino Fury. I think Tony, you'll be able to confirm that or not. But after that, that's when they're going to start doing legitimate MCU style filming for TV and movies. Right now on the podcast, we are talking about the OG Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about 3 episodes each episode. And then the second episode will actually be a comic book review episode because Mighty Morphin Power Rangers does have a comic book that's coming out in November. It's going to be 2 books. One is called Power Rangers, and one of it is called Mighty Morphin. The other one is called Power Rangers. So, really kind of clever way to put the 2 books together. We will eventually go back and have a readers club for the original series. But right now, because it is all the hype, we are going to be talking about the current stuff right now. And I think sometime next year we will push for that readers club for each volume of Go-Go Power Rangers and Mighty Morphin. So that way we can get a hold on all of that shattered good, greatness. It's going to be awesome.
That was what I was going to ask you, actually, because you said Power Rangers before, and I didn't know if you meant Go-Go or not, because the only ones I've seen is Mighty Morphin and Go-Go. So I want to read both of those. It's going to be awesome. Anyway.
They're good. Yeah, they are great. And we will have 4 hosts. Right now we have Joe and Tony here, but the person that I recorded with last night is actually Jake, really good friend. I've had this thing planned for 2 years, and I said that on the podcast last night. It's something that I've always wanted to do. Just wanted to get a little bit of experience under my belt, and felt that it was time to finally do it. Especially now that Power Rangers is really hyped right now. I used to be in a charity group called the Texas Power Rangers. We used to be in cosplay, go all around Texas. I was in Lubbock's front page of their newspaper once. It was awesome. I owned a $1,000 Red Ranger suit at one time. Those are great.
Oh my gosh.
I see the picture. It looks definitely awesome. Yeah,
Oh man.
Post it on our. I think we have a Twitter. Twitter message right now. I should share it on there. But yeah, it was so much fun. I'm really big into the franchise. I think I got back into it. I think around 2012, a random friend from high school showed me that there was more than just Mighty Morphin to be hyped about, and it's true. There's so many really good series in Power Rangers. I will say some of them are just downright cringy, and I can't make it through all of them. But for the show, we will definitely talk about everything.
Okay.
So it's going to be fun. Each month there will be a rotating host. So it's going to be me and Jake for this first month, then me and Joe, and then me and Tony, and then it'll go back into the rotation. We do plan, I think we talked about it earlier this week, we will be planning on like the bigger events in the show to make a huge recording, whether that be for something like Green with Evil, which is like the big famous introduction to the Green Ranger, or if it may be like maybe a crossover episode and things like that. We will get together and talk about it.
Good deal, man. I'm excited to hear about that kind of stuff. And so you guys are going to be covering pretty much everything Power Rangers then, like from the beginning. Yeah.
Even right now, there is Joe is a really big fan of this because I know he almost owns every single part of it. But there is a board game called Heroes of the Grid. Right now, there is an online convention going on. They're going to be building a deck building game. I did have a ticket to be a part of the demo, but I was cooking dinner, so I had to miss it. But
yeah, I got the email for the deck building game. I'm like, well, now I have to get this.
Yeah.
To my collection.
I already told my wife that I'm already pre-ordering it, and quite possibly we will do a demo of our own, possibly post it here on the Geek Ultimate Alliance YouTube channel, and possibly make it into a podcast format.
Okay.
So that way people can listen to the rules and learn about it and stuff like that. So it'll be really fun.
Yeah. So one question, well, two questions for you actually. One, are you going to cover the short film, the James Vanderbeek Power Rangers short film? And if you are, please, can I come on and talk about that with you?
Oh, you mean the fan movie with the dude from Dawson's Creek?
Yeah, Vanderbeek. Yeah.
I didn't even think about it. I'm down.
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah.
You know what? Because it's based off the heroes of Mighty Morphin, I'm okay with doing it right before we do the episode of the transition
Okay.
between Mighty Morphin and Zeo. Once we get there, let's plan it. Let's do
All right, cool. I'm down, man. I'm down.
That'll be fun.
Well, real quick, Joe, Walt, hadn't got a chance to hear from you yet, man. Introduce yourselves. Anything else you want to say about y'all's show? What you going to bring? Stuff you love?
Sure. I'm Joe. I've watched Power Rangers when it started back in '93.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where my parents watched me watch it one time and like, you can't watch this. So every day after school, first thing I would do is go home and watch that.
Right.
Because that's what you do as a kid. I've watched the series pretty, not religiously, but pretty, like, all the way up until, I want to say, Time Force, with a couple dropping off here and there. And then I dropped off after Time Force because that's when it started to get a little weird. Came back during was it Dino Thunder when Jason Frank as Tommy came back on the show and watched that one. I think I watched one or two of the ones after that, and then I kind of just dropped off completely.
There's a lot, and because one thing that I've talked to
7 seasons now. Exactly. It's a lot. There's like 27 seasons now.
26 or 27.
Yeah.
27, and that's not even counting like the counterparts that the Super Sentai didn't even, that Mighty Morphin or Saban or Hasbro now didn't even agree to like freaking
Right.
transfer to American. And that's one thing that we've considered. If you are a patron to the Geek Ultimate Alliance, I think we will probably start to do it next year, but still have to plan things out with schedules and things like that. There are 2 or 3 apps that you can download to watch the Super Sentai, and we might review those for the Patreon.
I like that idea. I definitely like that idea.
And yeah, just to finish up, I've been reading the comics since they became coming out. Just I love the comics, so
So good. Good
Yeah.
storytelling.
Underrated.
Good deal. Yeah, I
I'm
haven't.
trying to get.
I haven't got a chance to read it yet, but the art looks amazing just from what I've seen. So
I'll be first reading it because that's what Nathan's chosen to come on World's Finest in November.
Nice.
We're going through. Good selection. Yeah, so I'm excited.
yeah, yeah, he's been trying to get me to read it too, man. We wanna get a threesome on the World's Finest True Believers, the first ever. So, but all right, well, Walt, man, what's up? Tell us about you, buddy.
Born in 1993, however, I didn't get into Power Rangers until 1995 or 6, but I still caught up. This was before Netflix or so. So it was doable. Watched them religiously all the way through after Down Thunder, which I believe is SPD. Life got in the way. By life, I mean middle school got in the way. Stopped watching a while. Again, after borrowing my fiance's Netflix, picked up in a few series. I'm like, man, this is amazing. I went back to it, loving it. I watched every single one. There's probably like 3 or 4 that I'm missing, so I'm hoping to catch up on those again soon. I'm catching it here and there that's playing on the Nickelodeon. Recently, they're doing all the dinosaur seasons are on. Like, they do a huge crossover between this week, last week, I think next week. Once they get done, I'm gonna binge that. Cause like Down Thunder, Mighty Morphin, those are my 2 favorite seasons. So seeing them on a crossover, cannot wait. For the comics, man, I just love Shadow Dread is so underrated. It's one of my opinion, one of the best comic book events.
Yeah.
What it does, like it brings the Power Rangers multiverse into like. We saw it in Marvel, we see it in DC, but now we saw it in the Power Rangers realm.
That is pretty good. I know Nathan's been talking up the comics. I know he read the first 5 of Mighty Morphin, and he's about to get the Shatter Grid, and he's telling me, he's like, dude, you've got to read these. You'll absolutely love them. So yeah, I can imagine so, man, that it's going to be a really, really good story, especially if you're a Power Rangers fan. Bringing this multiverse of Power Rangers together, oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. Yeah.
Well, it helped out that if you had liked the first original series, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, this is literally just like the in between episodes. I mean, yes, they bring it up to a modern time because they have cell phones in the comics, but it's still like if you watch one episode and you have this character, well, that one bad guy shows up on like one panel in a certain issue, them finishing up and then going about their day. It's a really good connection to the original series, and I think that's what is one of the strongest points.
Yeah.
It helps it out a lot.
Yeah.
And I will say, if you want to pick up a series that is kind of on its own, not connected to the ongoing title, this right here is called Power Rangers Soul of the Dragon. It's a story about Tommy Oliver and he's like an adult, he's married, and his kid is involved, but I won't say how because that's a big part of the story. I will say this is worthy of a World's Finest True Believers episode. So, someone, hey, it's always a guess. I am toying with where I get to select something, but that we're coming up on 50, so I'm toying with different ideas for the 50th. So.
There you go. Well, all right, man. Well, if y'all got nothing else to say, folks, that's going to be the new show on the Geek Ultimate Alliance Network. Real quick, because I still am not fully understanding what's going on, mainly because I'm not very smart. Explain to me the air times. I know November 1st is the first episode, right, when it drops. When can they find that, and what is the schedule after that? And then we'll get into the movie.
So from what I've been told, it'll be, like you said, the very first episode, November 1st. And then after that, for the time being, it'll be every other Monday on World's Finest True Believers retro episode. What those were, that will be me from now on. Until I think there is going to be a schedule change to where World's Finest will be on Sundays, or am I going to Sunday? No, how it's working is you're on Sundays. And then once the retros run out on World's Finest, will be sometime
Do you see why? Do you see why I didn't want to explain it? I passed that off to smarter people than me. So.
It's gotta be your shoe. It's gonna be your bone.
That's right. Good deal. All right, man. Well, all right, cool. Well, there you go, folks. Check it out. New show to the Geek Open Alliance Network. Welcome, y'all. Can't wait to listen to some Power Ranger stuff and hopefully be joining you in the future. But let's get this thing going, man, because we came here tonight to celebrate the new show, kick it off with a bang, and watch this OG Power Rangers movie, which, oh my gosh, I absolutely love this movie. Remember seeing it as a kid. Smiles all around my face when I hear that Go-Go Power Rangers music. And I know it was in the new movie at the very end, too, but yeah, the best part of it, I agree. Yeah, that made me smile. Just seeing this and the original cast that I grew up with in this movie, oh, fantastic. So, me personally, I own this movie in VHS like in '95 when I was in 5th grade, but I haven't since then. Had a hard time finding a copy of it now, so I'm going to watch. There's actually a full version on YouTube, which is the way I'm watching, so I'm streaming basically. I think a few of us here are watching it on disc or.
I think everybody that is actually on the Power Rangers show. Oh wait, no. Sarah, do you have it also, or do you have it?
I thought she did.
I'm on the YouTube.
On the
So
YouTube,
yeah,
yeah.
everybody who is actually on the Power Rangers show has a digital copy.
Gotcha. Sounds about right. That's the way it should be. I agree. So what we've done is we've started this out right here. We've all gotten our screen to the point where the titles have gone by. It's the very dark screen, stars in the background. Centuries ago, a legendary interdimensional being is the bottom line at the very bottom of the screen. For me, it's 34 seconds in.
We'll be in seconds of each other.
Right, we'll be within seconds, exactly. So, folks, if you joined us before, this is going to be like every other, commentary review we've done. All the Star Wars, we didn't do Indiana Jones commentary, did we? Black Panther, huh?
What do we have next?
Oh, next we have Star Trek, and I can't wait. Oh, it's going to be so fun. But no, great to mention that because it's going to be very soon. I think it's actually next week. I'll have to go back and look at the schedule. But right now we're going to be, we're going to play this movie. We're going to talk about it. And we're going to have a good time. So if you are watching along with us, I am paused at the, look into space, centuries ago, legendary interdimensional being at the bottom of the screen. We're going to give a countdown. We're going to say go, hit play, and then let's have a good time and talk. Y'all ready?
Cool. Yep. I'd say go. Just to be.
I like go.
The third go or the second go or that's not which go we're on.
Definitely always the second go. So, all right. So here we go. Y'all ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
Who's up?
And we're playing. So,
I enjoy someone reading to me a crawl.
yeah. Oh, here we go. Good. Clay, read it.
Interdimensional.
Oh, Sarah's got it.
We're done.
Oh wow.
Get it, Sarah.
Very
Keep going.
interesting that they went this route just because, what was this? This is
Star
95.
Wars.
This is pre-prequels, though, right?
When was episode 1 officially announced?
99? Oh.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was when I was, right in high school, I think, was when the prequels started coming out.
I wonder if Hollywood had gotten. I wonder if Hollywood got word that Star Wars was coming back, and they're
Well,
just
it's an easy way of giving you the background.
Oh.
Like visuals, it's like, here you go.
oh god, the graphics are terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Bad.
Just wait till the back.
That's interesting.
Hey, I'm watching it in Blu-ray, so this looks great.
You know what? It's Power Rangers, so of course it looks great.
Colors.
I think this is probably one of my favorite scenes of the entire movie.
Yeah?
This skydiving scene here. I love the interaction with Bulk and Skull. The humor in it, it's just great.
I've always loved Vulcan Skull.
Yeah.
Same.
They just give that.
It's the Bebop and Rocksteady.
But it's a grounding type. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's the Bebop and Rocksteady of the Power Rangers universe.
And Joe Johnson,
Man, my first crush.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I don't know about that. Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman was probably my first crush, but she was close second.
It was different because you have some characters that are not the same from the actual TV series. So
season, or I think
This is
second
between.
season.
Yeah, this is after second season, before third season.
Okay.
Yeah. So these characters were introduced in the show, but most of the people really dropped off the show once Jason and Zach and Trini left.
Yeah.
I think it was a scheduling conflict, wasn't it? I think it was a scheduling conflict when it came through the movie, wasn't it?
What was
I
that?
remember reading it was a scheduling conflict because with Jason and Trini, you know, like the previous guys, you know, it seems like I remember seeing it might have been a scheduling conflict.
I'm pretty sure,
You know what?
and correct me if I'm wrong, but the actress that played Trini, I cannot remember her name. She passed away before this movie was even.
Really? Wow, I didn't know that.
She passed away at a young age.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Wow.
Shortly
Car
after
accident.
she left.
Oh, it's horrible. Oh.
Yeah, it definitely sucked. Like it was kind of hurt. But I always thought that they all left, and then it was just like they're done. Obviously, Jason came back years later, a couple different times. But Zach's never been back. Like
That's true,
once
yeah.
he left, he was gone.
Yeah. And also, just little trivia here. I don't know if any of you guys knew this. Zach only has 9 fingers.
Yep.
Really? I didn't know that.
His ring finger.
He's
I didn't know
missing his
that.
ring finger. I don't know if he still does, but he used to live in the same town that I'm in right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Humble
But
brag.
yeah, really great. I will say, I have a little personal brag on me. Every single one of these people in this movie, I have met at least 3
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Actually, oh my
The
god.
guy
One
who
that-
plays
one
Rocky,
that-
he's been before winning the times. Or Indy.
Steve Cardenas, the one who plays the Red Ranger Rocky, he got his family is from San Antonio, so he comes here all the time. I've seen him quite a few times. Really funny guy. I mean, now he's a little bit of he rides the Power Rangers train a little too much sometimes. It's really funny, but he has his own Power Rangers podcast as well. So
Huh, okay.
I think he started that during like the beginning of COVID because there was nothing else for him to do.
And you know something, Clay?
He went to conventions all the time, so
Yeah.
conventions, we all suffer.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and that's why they have things like Power Morphicon every 2 years in California or Ranger Stop in Florida. You know, these guys, after Power Rangers, they don't do much, but the cons pretty much save their careers.
Yeah. Okay, so look, this kid right here, when I saw this movie for the first time, I was about this kid's age. Okay? This you,
I'm sorry. It's like,
yeah, well, I was in 5th grade.
so young.
I was in 5th grade. So when you talked about how this scene was so cool, this was one of the coolest scenes I'd ever seen. Like, I remember seeing this and be like, man, I want to be just like them. I want to be so, they're like so cool.
Right now, this beginning part of the movie is the #1 reason I still want to skydive.
Oh, I agree 100%. I wanted to go,
Have you?
hey,
I won't be Billy. I won't be Tommy. I'm gonna be Vulcan.
yeah, 100%, yeah, 100%, yeah. No, my anniversary's tomorrow, and I wanted to skydive for my anniversary, but we decided to go gamble instead. So it's gonna be fun.
That's happy anniversary.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I could do it.
Oh, I want to do it so bad. Oh my gosh, I want to do it.
This is the reason why I also wanted a pair of roller
Right,
was because of this.
This was the reason.
right.
When I watched Mighty Ducks, that was the reason.
Yeah, that's what makes it.
That's true. Yeah, Mighty Ducks was in there. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would love to hear the story about, the sense of, how basically how popular the Green Ranger became at that point. Because, we had the Red Ranger leading at that point, and then when Green Ranger got introduced, at least to the American audience, Dave Frank, I think I said his name right.
Yeah,
right?
Jason Frank.
Yeah, Jason Frank also. Just how his career is, just like you said, he's leaning real hard into really embracing them being, the Power Ranger at that point. I would love to hear how that transition made, saying, all right, it's all about you. Yeah, and I will say, this is totally my opinion. This is nothing against anybody else. I'm not a big fan of Jason David Frank.
Oh,
There is a a saying, "Don't meet your heroes."
Ah,
Reason.
Oh.
I'm like that with Seinfeld. I hear you. Yep.
The thing is, he's great. He's great in front of a camera. Great in front of a camera. But that's too bad. When he's not on camera, he can be a different
No,
person.
you don't
Yeah.
say that. Don't say that.
All right. Well, this dream
Say
is
that.
now.
Yeah, it's been said.
I know. Don't
I'll
say
let you
that.
answer this part, but when the 2017 movie came out, and him and Kimberly are in like the last little scene, in theaters, he hit down his phone to take a picture
Yeah.
and got kicked out of the theater for that.
Oh wow.
And he tried to use the "Oh, do you know who I am?" line to the
Oh, I didn't know that much.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, he tried to use the "Do you know who I am?" and they're like, "I don't care who you are.
Okay,
You're not supposed to have
okay.
your phone on."
All right, guys,
Right.
Let me pull you back to the movie. Okay, at what point
Oh wait,
do
movie.
you think this would be a good idea to open
Right. Yeah.
this
Let's pull his top off that has an alien-looking head on it. Yeah, obviously carved from somebody.
Why do you think that would be a good idea?
I can understand moving this stuff for construction, but once the giant egg appears, I'm like, nah,
Exactly.
I'm going home.
I'm out. I don't get paid enough for this.
Listen, this is supposed to be Angel Grove. This is a universe where the Power Rangers exist, and this guy literally is just like, a giant egg? I'm gonna touch it.
What? Yeah.
I love touching odd things that just rise out of the ground.
Oh man. Ranger's still rollerblading.
The rollerblading, that just, oh my gosh, that just brings like so much memories. Oh my gosh.
The khaki shorts, the long socks, like, oh man.
The short shirts and like the oh my gosh. Oh my
It's
gosh.
all color coordinated, not look obvious.
I want a communicator.
Exactly.
Okay, I gotta ask you guys. Obviously we've probably all seen the reboot of Power Rangers, and I like the original version better. I still like the reboot was good. I didn't mind it. They did a decent job with it. But as far as Zordon goes, is Billy Cranston not the best Zordon ever? Bryan Cranston. I'll take him over this Zordon, even though I love this Zordon. I'll take him over this Zordon any day.
Hey, so little funny trivia about Bryan Cranston. Bryan Cranston actually voiced one of the villains of the original. Yes.
Really?
Wasn't he like 3 different times, or was it just the one time?
I think it was just the ones. I can double check, but I know for sure it's like the one villain with all the eyes. That's him.
I thought it was multiple. I can't remember.
Yeah. But it's very cool that like really early on in his career he was part of the Power Rangers franchise and then he became Zordon. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Guys, but the fashion choices are just
90s, all the way.
See,
Where's the puka shell necklace?
But like everything Rocky has on right now, I own in my closet.
I'm like, I can get with
And like even
The white
Lee's costume
denim
with,
crop
like,
top.
The half like inflatable like
the no
vest.
sleeves.
I had that vest. I had a vest very similar to that.
I cannot say I didn't wear, especially the Yellow Ranger. I can't say I didn't wear that, or even when Kimberly was wearing. I can't say I didn't wear that.
So you owned a white denim crop top? Seriously?
Hey, I'm just saying.
You just don't know.
It's true.
They knew fashion.
Yeah.
And they did. Like you cannot stay that color coordinated and not know fashion.
Hey, so I want to ask y'all real quick because this is something that always bothered me with this movie. I think Zed looks better in the television show than the movie.
Well, that is because every single time you see Zed for majority of the Mighty Morphin franchise, he is actually from footage from the Super Sentai and not from America.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I mean, he doesn't look bad here.
All of season 1.
But this is
Yeah.
not the same Rita, is it? This is not the
No,
same
it's not the same Rita
Okay.
because Rita is also all Super Sentai original footage.
Okay.
Uh,
I just
because you never see-
I didn't get the same feel for this.
I never see the American actors in the TV show with Zed or Rita. You always see the Power Rangers and the Power Rangers suits.
Well, hold on. Because I'm pretty sure when Rita comes back, when she gets taken back out of
This is funny to me. I'm
what you
sorry.
call it? It's the American one.
That's not the
Pretty
same
sure. I
Rita.
could be wrong.
That's not the same Rita.
No, it's not the same Rita. Like they changed Rita's midway through the second season, I think. Or the Rangers, the power Americanized Rangers. Rita came about. That's definitely a weird Goldar.
Goldar don't even look the same. He doesn't even look the same.
Right.
This is different.
This is all like
Although,
resin and plastic based costumes compared to the fabric stuff that was made from.
Yeah, I didn't
the
know
Super
Apocalypse
was in this movie.
I was gonna say same stuff.
Oscar Isaac, you look so good.
No.
Hey, and can I ask you guys who?
That's the villain from Terminator 2.
Well, hey, can I ask you guys who have more knowledge about Power Rangers and from the lore and the source material? Is Ivan Ooze a character they made up just for this movie, or is he an actual character in the universe?
Just the movie, I think.
He's just for the movie.
Okay.
But I will say, the birds that you see in this movie, in the comic book, they made them canon without Ivan Ooze.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they are an entirely different alien race. So you will see them. We have not been shown Ivan Ooze at all in the comics, and I think that's on purpose. I think
Separate, I think.
to keep it separated. And I don't know. I think that this movie has a special place in a lot of people's hearts, and if they were to touch that in the comics, I think a lot of people might get frustrated if it's not as good or whatever. So.
Well, granted, I will say that I came into this movie, obviously, from the series, so I didn't have the comic background. So I remember, because there's a lot of aspects of seeing this movie where you're used to seeing the series, it's a lot different. So it was kind of like you just kind of have to take it with like a grain of salt and how the canon was kind of following. So.
I hope that they, in this like new rendition of Power Rangers, like when they start to do it, like whether it be on Netflix or whatever for the TV show,
I think it will be.
I hope that they do touch up on Ivan if they recreate him or whatever. But Joe, I saw that you were about to make a comment when they teleported. What's up?
Well, it's like they literally all teleported without changing the costumes into a construction zone. Like, okay, sure. Good job, guys.
Yeah, a lot of it is like just kind of like you just kind of take it
Look, boom. See, he's a police officer, then turns into Ivan Ooze. That is Terminator 2's villain right there.
Watching that wasn't bad graphics for '95. I'm not gonna lie.
I could totally tell that was a green screen behind him. Like as soon as he started talking. Oh man, I can see like the snot from his nose on this Blu-ray, man.
I just really wish they had characters from the series. I really wish they did, and I understand why they didn't. But I just really wish
That
they
is
did.
from the series. It's just not the OG.
Yeah.
I honestly think that like, well, because I know that I forgot his actual name, but the one who plays Jason Scott.
Oh, Austin something.
Yes,
Yeah.
Austin St. John. He went to the military.
I know there were issues, but like Trini, the original actress that played Trini, I mean she didn't have. She passed away in '01.
Yeah, she passed away.
But I think I saw where, like I said, it was like scheduling issues.
Okay. I could totally see that because at one point, if you watch the transition from their characters to the new characters, they're not in the TV show for like a good 5 episodes.
Dude, I'm actually in my rewatch. I just got to those episodes, and it was noticeable immediately.
And like you hear them ADR, you hear them do ADR.
Oh, it's not,
but you never see.
It's definitely not. It does not sound like them.
Yeah.
It sounds terrible.
Yeah. But didn't did the actor that played the Blue Ranger just kind of go on record about how the treatment on set of him because he was closeted. Yeah, he was closeted at that point and just didn't feel comfortable. People knew on set and would just basically treat him horribly on set.
Yeah, I
He
remember seeing that.
eventually left after Zeo, I think it was, right before they went Turbo, but I think he's gone on record saying that he would be willing to go back.
So I've seen some, I guess, I don't know if they're TikTok videos or whatever, but him and Amy Jo Johnson,
Yeah.
like, still meeting up and hanging out all
They
the
are
time.
having out lines.
Which is awesome.
She really still keeping it real.
Joe Johnson is now officially a Canadian.
Wow.
Yeah, she took her Canadian citizenship test. I think like maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
It was just kind of sad to hear that going on because what the show actually represented. I know it's obviously it doesn't matter in my opinion. It doesn't matter about the time it still was wrong, but it was just for what the show represented. Hearing that, so that's just terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I will say I think it's pretty awesome that like within the last I want to say 10 years, there's been a lot of past Ranger actors that have voiced their support for LGBTQ, and they did like a whole no hate campaign with all of them. I love this sequence.
Yeah.
I know that's okay. It's like, sorry. I mean, I know you're making a great point, but I want to look at the costumes, the change of the costumes.
Wait, you're about to get to the best one here in a minute. Hang on.
The paintball costumes.
Yeah,
Hey, I wear them. Here you go.
Honestly, what, like, the
Oh, I love it.
weighed like 40 pounds apiece. Is that what I understand? I mean, they were not like just the costume. They had some weight to them.
Yeah, but these aren't the actual actors doing most of the stuff in the costumes, correct?
To it. I know that you can see the yellow and the pink at Universal Studios. I believe.
No, Howard Studios.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay.
So y'all see this right here? Like, if y'all don't know Joe Walton, Clay, I'm a huge White Ranger. I mean, I'm a Ranger fan, but White Ranger's like my dude. Like, I love White Ranger, and I've wanted to buy that Lightning Series helmet for so long. Every time I go to do it, the only reason I don't is because you see how it's like white and gold, and it's like that on the box too. It's white and gold. When you open it up, it's like white and like almost orange or yellow. It looks horrible, and I'm like, I can't believe this is like their Lightning Series event. They're gonna expect me to pay $100 for this helmet, and it not even be the right color. It makes me so upset every time I go and look at it, and I'm hoping it's.
What's going on right now?
Oh my gosh, it's the only reason I haven't bought it yet, and I guess I'm gonna have to buy a blue or a red. But man, like I really want that White Ranger helmet, but I'm not gonna wear it when it has gold or orange or yellow on it. You know.
green one, you get the green, maybe that hasn't changed.
Green.
Not the same.
Not the same. Yeah, not the same.
Okay, how did Alvin Ooze just get into like their?
I'm telling you, he is the villain from the T2. He slipped through.
What is going on here?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Because I watched it up until this point. I didn't see any. Yeah.
So-
To the headquarters.
He has this like weird like slime ability, so he can
Yeah.
basically become liquid-esque.
Ooze,
Yeah, ooze, and he can see through stuff. But
Also,
I,
down over there.
you got lucky too.
Greg, I just posted something in our chat. If you look in there, that is the shop where you can get official licensed helmets.
Oh, okay.
Is there
I
yellow?
def. I.
Yellow right
Oh,
there?
and speaking of stuff.
That has ever existed.
Okay. Speaking of stuff that looks good, Clay, I always send you challenges for your amazing art skills.
I know, right?
Do a White Ranger, man. You've already sold me on the Batwoman and the Batman and then the Black Panther. Do a White Ranger, and I'll. And the Vader was great too.
I have a plan to do a Power Ranger one.
Okay.
That big piece that I said that was going to take me like weeks on
Mhm.
end. It's a Power Ranger piece.
Okay. Okay.
But I would literally, like I said, I think every part of the big piece that I eventually want to do would literally take me one day, and I want to put all 6 Rangers on there. So it would take me a full week, but with the schedule that I have with work, it would actually take me a couple weeks.
Okay.
Not a couple months. So
Gotcha.
it's a doozy, but I want to do it. Like,
Uh,
I really want
I'll
to.
promote it. I'll buy it. I'll do all that good stuff. So
Yellow Ranger, hello, Sabretooth, come here.
So we had a Comic-Con here last year in Raleigh, I believe, and the original actress who played Alpha 5 in the television show, can't remember now. I'm trying to look it up right now. She was there signing autographs, and I wish I could have been there so bad. But ooh, I see what you got going on there. Oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks so good. I can't wait to see it.
That is one stencil. That is just a tease.
Oh,
Some other stuff that I'm wanting to do, but I
okay,
have it planned.
okay.
This tracking mode helmet is probably one of the ugliest things I have ever
It
seen.
is. It is. It looks so cool then, though. You know?
And even like the Yellow Ranger doing the lights, like
Yeah, the lights thing I didn't really get with the helmet. Yeah.
Not that one person too, not everybody just one person with their lights.
No.
Who knows?
man,
Why are they picking on Billy?
I love this fight sequence.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, it's great.
just because of all the quirkiness of the jokes and everything, it very much hit home to the show. I think they encapsulated that very well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I got a quick question. When you guys look at the White Ranger's costume, is it just me? It doesn't look weird having the white belts. Like I don't recall, and I cannot exactly remember.
It was gold in the show.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, it looks off.
Yeah.
Like with everybody else, they've got the white belts, and it flows fine. But with the White Ranger having a white belt on the white costume, it just looks so weird.
Well, I'll tell you,
It looks like he has a onesie on almost.
if you want to see the coolest thing you've ever seen for a costume, look up online the White Ranger Iron Man costume. Holy shit. It looks amazing. Amazing.
I kind of wanted to commission a friend of mine. He does resin casts and does cosplay armor. I saw a hybrid between the Master Chief and the Red Ranger.
Ooh, I bet that would be cool too, yeah.
This was during the time that I actually had my helmet still, so all I really needed him to do was build the armor. I almost did it. The Green Ranger ain't too bad either with that
Yeah, that'd be true.
So bad. And like these little like gadgets they put in here, I thought that was interesting, but like you never see them again, you know? Batman now.
Oh, okay.
Thunder Whip. Oh, alright. Looks like, you know, have a nice trip. See you next fall. Yeah, good one. Oh, it's so 90s. I love it. Just why? I just said it right now. Oh my god, I'm enjoying this way too much, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can tell.
Why? And
I
like,
always like they always live like the kicks.
The Liu Kang kick.
It like just kind of kept going and
it's so
going and going.
ridiculous. Like, you would never see that in anything else. It's just like, of course, Power Rangers would do it, you know?
Whoa. Okay, yeah, it's off the line on that one. Sorry. Sorry, Blue Ranger. Oh. Yeah, guys. Yeah.
We got this.
Let's do it.
Let's do
it. We got it.
Way too much. Like, you're like, why would you need to, like, turn around 360 just to say, hey, are you okay? It's not.
But that's
Whoa,
You're
geez,
looking out for your fellow man. You're the team player.
yeah, the only time we see this.
I feel like Sama
So
did.
bad.
I feel like Sama did more in the comics when he showed up
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for
than
sure.
he ever did on the show. Or this, or there.
Lot one in the show.
Oh no, what's going on?
It was just a big difference for me to see, like I said, the costume.
Mr. Stark,
It
I'm
looked
starting to feel kind of
more
funny.
Wolverine than what I was used to.
Man, I almost have freaking Tommy's hair. Jeez.
Clay, you look fine. You look fine.
Keep it going.
I'm actually, because, I mean, I grew my hair out just to, like, freaking donate it. But it's been was considered. I even talked to my wife about it. With Travis shaving his head for the charity event, I said, if you guys are doing really well on that charity event, I might consider shaving my head also. Maybe we'll see. I don't want to, like, the worst part about shaving your head now is like it's going right into winter season. I just don't want to.
You want to get cold.
So, Zordon
was really small.
What?
Well, he was doing a Wizard of Oz thing, apparently. Don't look behind the curtain the entire time.
Yeah, and it's really funny that you say that because before we started recording, I wanted to test out the Blu-ray, so I put it in the PlayStation. I'm watching it on the PlayStation right now. And there's a featurette on there, and when they tell the actors in this featurette to describe what the movie is, Amy Jo Johnson said it's a mixture between Wizard of Oz and she said something else. And I'm like, I never thought about that. And then I remembered that this happened to Zordon. You see this like behind the curtain type thing, which you never really considered in the show. We all just accepted, oh, it's a giant head. Cool.
Well, because like in the newer movie, he was, I'm trying to remember exactly. Zordon was there. He like vanished himself and Rita to Earth after they crashed. I mean, I'm saying like he kept her locked up, and then was it Alpha that was able to like bring back his consciousness into
His
His
consciousness was connected to the Morphin grid, and that's exactly what they did for the comic book as well. He is attached to the Morphin grid itself.
Yes.
So this was very odd. I don't know like what kind of dress he is wearing, but it like
what the hell is Tommy wearing? Is he wearing a sports bra with like some kind of cut off
it
top?
looks like
What
he's
the hell
wearing
is going on here?
what we call down in the South
No.
a wife beater with a crop top.
That ain't a white beater. No, that ain't a white beater.
No, yeah, it is. It totally
It's an
goes
A-shirt.
I don't know what the hell he's wearing. He's wearing some damn
He's
flash
wearing
dance shit. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, but that's like stressing me out.
oh my goodness.
Man, how much credit does he get after Labor Day wearing that all the time?
When especially like that one fight when he like gets thrown in.
But also,
like,
I would hate to be like, I would love to be a Power Ranger, but at the same time, it's like, hey, you are now the Blue Ranger. You have to throw away everything that's not blue.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
If that was the case, I would definitely be a Black Ranger because I got nothing but black.
Okay. And what about Zed Raider right here?
So Zed and Rita, from what I remember in the TV show, because it's been a while since I've rewatched it, they are in fact a couple.
I believe they're married
Yeah,
at this time.
they are married, and then I think it's Rita has a brother who is the skeleton dude in the show, and you don't see him at all in this movie.
I don't think he goes up till season 3.
I'm not.
Big guy.
I don't know anything about the pig because I don't remember him in the TV show at all.
Yeah, I think he was just for the movie.
Yeah, I believe he's just for the movie.
For whatever reason.
Man, so no freaking. Who were the other two? Jeez.
Well, I thought it was interesting because the fact that it's been so long since I've seen this, the power struggle between Ivan and Zed. So, what in the hell is he got in his
Well,
hand?
no, that's up too. That's the same in this.
Alright, guys,
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna
can
send you. I don't remember all this.
let's see here. Most recently, he has done. I don't recognize any of this stuff. Hot Fuzz.
Who's a Raiders of Lost Ark?
Oh.
What? Bella? Chris?
Sure, we'll go with the yes. He was in an episode of Tales of the Crypt.
What?
Yeah, so these birds here, they actually made them canon in the comic books, which I thought was
So in Raiders, he plays, I think, if I'm reading this correctly, the archaeologist that is
Belloc.
rivaling Dr. Jones. So it's the other guy. I think it's the one guy that, what's her name?
Chris, you gotta know.
That,
Marion.
what was that, Chris?
Marion.
Yeah, the one that she is not, he's trying to get with her, but
Yeah,
she
Belloc.
doesn't want anything to do with him. Yeah,
Belloc.
that's who Ivan is.
He stick around for a while. He looked old in Raiders.
Is that him for real?
Yeah, yep.
Now, I will say,
Oh.
Amy Jo Johnson was the very first crush I had. Y'all were about to my second.
Sorry.
Oh, the skeleton? Alright. That's fair. Hey, no shaming.
I don't yuck your yum. It's fine.
Yeah, you do you, man. You do you.
Hey, I'm sorry I had to step away there, y'all.
Bad now that I don't recognize who he is. Now I see it. Okay, never mind.
Hey.
Yeah, I agree. Amy Jo Johnson definitely was a crush.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's one of those things that because I was young enough, I was able to find like the crush on each series. My favorite is probably Ashley from Turbo Space. Yep. So that's just me.
If you ever
Tommy.
see the movie Without Limits, Amy Jo Johnson has a small part in that one. It's pretty memorable. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's bad. Without Limits is a biopic about the runner Steve Prefontaine, but
I am now looking that up because you have intrigued me.
yes, it's a very bit part, but it's quite interesting.
As a lady, I will go ahead and throw it out there because Jason David Frank just tore my nerves up. He might not have been the greatest guy to meet, but it was like, ponytail, I forgive this.
It's okay, Sarah. You can admit you had a crush on Ivan. You don't have to deflect from that.
Well, easy guys. I mean, what do you expect? It's like, just. But yeah. Yeah, Tommy was one. Because I remember seeing him when he came in on the series, and I was like, oh, who was this guy? Oh, it's just. Being a teenager, it's like, ooh.
No, that's fair. Totally understandable. Without Limits is streaming on HBO Max right now.
I guess it's not a huge part. It's, I think, towards the end of the beginning, middle of the movie at that point. But you can't unsee it. You won't unsee it. Just text me, Joe, when you get to that part. You'll know what I'm talking about.
It's like that Wolverine Batman picture.
Another movie tonight.
Well, look, I gotta work in the morning. I can't watch another movie tonight. The fact that I'm still awake right now is amazing. I'm just saying that. I'm usually in bed 3 hours ago.
Excitement. That's what it was. Anticipation. Hey, so I wanted to ask y'all real quick, and sorry for stepping away. I mentioned in the chat my pig was squealing, and I have coyotes on my or coyotes on my land, so I had to go check that out. But the I don't know if y'all mentioned this when I was gone. The birds they have in this that kind of replace putties.
Yeah, these guys right here.
Yeah, exactly. These guys right here, exactly. Which do you, I mean, like putties were very simple. and very, very, you know, stooges, pawns of the game of Power Rangers. Like, do y'all are y'all mad we didn't get to see any putties at all? Because like I get Ivan Ooze the big bad in this one, but no putties at all.
I didn't even question it as a kid, to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about putties because of how crazy Ivan Ooze was. I was like, now that I think about it, like I think it would have been kind of cool to see putties
Yeah.
at least once. But I think these birds were something new that they, of course, needed to draw more people to the movie. You know?
Yeah.
Well, and
Maybe,
also,
maybe the first crowd that you saw was kind of more like the putties. You know, like the first Uzi.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So they may have, like, I felt like they kind of fit that mold.
Yeah.
It was just like they were created and like kind of easy and that, you know, is well, like your traditional putties, but they were just still, they weren't as intricate as these bird putties.
What'd y'all think about this right here?
Who was this chick? I don't remember her.
As a fifth grade kid, I was, yeah.
She's not Xena.
Insanely sexualized though. Yeah.
Yeah, it has been a while since I've seen this movie.
it's been,
Yes, I don't remember this.
Like the premise of like supersonics coming out of sticks. I mean, okay, like, let's go for it, I guess.
How do you wear those white shorts? How do you wear white shorts? Sorry, guys.
I'm just saying,
I should have questioned
actually,
the.
I don't think they're khakis.
I can't with the white. I can't with the white.
They're wearing a lot of white though. Every character has white somewhere in their
Yeah.
You wear white pants. You wear white pants.
Is he wearing sweatpants?
Yes, it is.
Dude, I don't even know what is going on right now with their fashion choices.
Well,
Pair of jeans.
Sarah, we agreed earlier.
He
Yeah.
was everybody's at 90. Everybody's here is at 95.
Right.
Freaking 2020.
Right.
They have not changed their clothes since they went skydiving. Keep that in mind.
That's kind of
Where's
gross.
her clothes?
She's living on this planet by herself. She don't need no clothes.
Dude,
If you had an entire planet to yourself,
no. Still gotta wear pants.
Still gotta wear pants. No way. Are you kidding me? If I have an entire planet to myself, I'm naked all the time. I'm walking around naked all the time. There is no way. Yeah, come on.
breeze of that oceanic air.
Yeah, it's my planet. It's my planet.
Warm pants, that's all I gotta say.
So was Zordon an Egyptian mummy? Because starts to,
Really starts to deteriorate. Yeah. Again, I'm convinced it's just Zordon's half a person because that. Where are his legs?
underneath the
Looking like
You only have to pay half.
Oh,
Hey, you only have to pay half if you only film the upper body. So that was it.
It's like that magic box thing where it's like,
I love it.
Yeah.
man, look at these kids' outfits, man.
Look,
Hair.
look. Sarah and I agreed earlier that '90s was probably some of the best music ever put out. I can't say the same for fashion though. Can't say the same for fashion and hairstyles. Yeah. So
I wonder how much they had to pay for that Jordan hat that this guy had.
oh,
Yeah.
a ton. In '95, a ton. Are you kidding me?
well, did you just see the Bulls hat?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the kid from the very beginning was wearing a Jordan hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same kid. He's wearing the same hat.
Yes.
Oh, what an amazing green screen. It looks like it wasn't even.
You try to take into consideration you have grease. You try to take it, but oh my god, really?
I think the composer got a little in over his head on this.
Yeah.
We're gonna make the most bombastic, like he got a little. Probably watched a lot of the Searchers, John Ford movies.
I'm not even listening to it. I'm just watching it. I'm not even listening.
I will say the music choice for the now I will say the soundtrack is awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it wasn't bad from what I heard. Yeah.
I listened to it like 2 weeks ago, like almost every day in my car. It was
Who is
great.
this chick in the green? Who is this chick?
Her real name?
Her name is Dulcia.
I can't hear the dialogue. That's the reason I ask.
So her name is Dulcia. She is friends with Zordon, and she is about to send them on their journey to get this new power because they lost their power on Earth.
Okay. Because I did see the. Yeah.
And this, I would say, this is the equivalent to the Rangers, or this is the equivalent to the Avengers saving the people in Age of Ultron. This right here, they had to do something with the quote-unquote normal people of Angel Grove.
Right.
Who the hell does that?
Hey,
Who the hell does that?
are you talking about who in the hell does that? Tuck their T-shirt into their jeans? Yes, you're right. Who in the hell does that?
Who the hell does that?
No, I know.
Well, he just wanted to see. It's like, oh, what's this purple stuff?
That's true. I'd probably dive into it as well. Yeah.
Did Ooze magically make all those bottles appear in everybody's
Look at
house?
that skirt, all that cowboy hat. Oh my
Bring
gosh.
their bottles
I
back.
think the kids brought their bottles back. I think that was the idea of them showing you. Yeah.
Or the kids being
Well, that's the thing. I'm sure because there's this trope in other movies that like, oh, we will only affect the adults and not the kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Who the hell's gonna touch Ooze?
Hey,
Adult therapy.
you cannot tell me that your kids have not made ooze in their science
Oh my
classes.
gosh. Not even science classes, dude. I have kids right now. Slime and ooze is like the biggest thing ever. Well, about a year ago it was. Oh my gosh.
I have to shut it down. I'm like,
Yes.
it's got slime, but it's like,
Yes, I had to shut it down too. No slime in my house. Yeah.
Did she wait until nighttime and a fire was roaring before she did this, like purposely?
I'm sure.
We're in a big hurry. We need these powers. Let's wait about 3 hours.
The ritual needs to be done.
Right.
Dusk. Okay, you were.
and nobody has food.
You were mad that you were mad that Katie was going to pick this.
Tick on this movie. I was just about to point that out earlier when we were saying stuff. Yep.
Oh man.
You've listened to my podcast. You know what I do.
They're about to have a drug experience.
Okay, so
Or the LSD.
yeah. What are y'all's thoughts about these ninja suits? Because when I first saw them, I thought it was fucking amazing.
First time I saw
Fucking amazing.
You just saw the picture I posted in our chat. I used to own the red one. It was
Oh yeah?
I can't with the ninja suits. I really can't because I guess I'm an OG because I just like the other suits.
Do you know what? This was probably around the time where the Karate Kid and also freaking the three ninjas, the three brothers.
But
Or shortly thereafter. Wasn't Three Ninjas like 93, something like that? Regardless, yes, Ninja was back in, like,
Yeah, it was.
yeah,
it was
ninja
in
was a
fashion.
thing, but these are Power Rangers, not fucking ninjas. Sorry.
but they have ninja abilities, like,
No.
Yeah, ninjas.
I'm sorry. I'm just. I'm on that hill. I will die on that hill. I'm sorry. I will die on that
I
hill.
love this line. And I would tell you so after that. Like nothing really cool about the project. You turn into a prince. Well, that seems anticlimactic. I don't think that solves the problem with being God Frog. From freaking gorgeous woman. He just saying that out there. Dude,
upstairs. My girlfriend's upstairs.
I can't, guys. I can't. I'm sorry. I just can't roll with this. I can't roll with this. I can't.
They definitely needed something out there for the movie. Because I feel like even when you move forward into the future of 2017, a lot of people said that it wasn't really all that great because really it just reminisced on the very first episode where they just fought in the city, you know? There was nothing super spectacular about the 2017 movie. And if they were to do something like this, a space adventure, that would have been great. And now she just turned into an owl. There's space.
Artemis and out? What the hell? What the hell?
So he got a kiss from an owl. Oh my gosh, how far into this call is it? Somebody record that. Okay, an hour and 25 minutes into this call. Okay. The face that Sarah just made at looking at that note was amazing. She just basically said, "What fuckery is this? What witchcraft is this?"
I don't remember. Maybe I just like. I don't remember that. Honest to God, I don't remember.
Well, I just walked into the dancing scene, so this is.
I'm just gonna tell you now. We'll probably have a ton of editing to do, but you need to watch this guy call while you were away. Sarah just made the greatest face at what just happened on the screen. It was great.
I'm sorry,
So-
guys. I don't hold it back. I'm on that saying, but I can't.
It's great.
Hey, so I want to ask y'all real quick: this dance scene or Spider-Man 3 dance scene?
Oh,
As the most cringiest,
Yes.
Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3 is worse than this. Okay.
I could watch this dance on TV and it still be better than Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
Spider-Man 3 is pretty iconic.
Well, it is iconic. The movie is, yeah.
For the
But
wrong reasons there, bud.
I remember that more than I remember this dance scene.
Oh yeah. True.
well, it's also about a 10-year difference in when they came out, right?
20-year difference is still awful. Oh jeez, Joe.
That's why I put it in that one and not the other.
Oh, dude.
I wasn't sure.
They could have done without the chin tail. You know, like I think without the chin tail, that
Every single time he says
yeah, just it bothers. I'm drawn to it. I don't know why.
feathers.
apparently I'm not hearing that dialogue. I think that's what's messing me up because I'm like, I'm seeing it, but I'm not believing it.
Right. It's definitely different when you're not hearing it. So I'm gonna watch this movie again very soon. And listen.
I always liked Dumbledore, even though he was, the baddie. I always liked him. He was one of my favorites. I don't know why, but he was just always one of my favorites.
So how do you feel about the disrespect they gave him in the new reboot?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
kind of
I
weird.
saw that picture and I still haven't watched the episode.
No. He's talking about the movie. He's talking about.
Yeah.
My bad.
The reboot movie, yeah.
I took my son to go see that, and we fought over who was who. I'm like, son, I know who the original OGs are.
Right. But they totally disrespected him, right?
Joe, the picture that you're talking about, that we were talking about with the new Goldar, he is actually a completely different person.
Okay.
Well, see, I was wondering that because at the end of Space, when Andros, quote unquote, kills Zordon, he releases all the good and all the bad people, like Goldar and I can't remember Rita's brother. I can't remember, like die.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Rita and Zed turn to human and dance off, being romantic or something.
Yeah, no. If you watch the clip that I posted today, he explains that he is like a new Goldar.
Okay. Okay.
And also, like, I understand, like, because this was the same kind of like effect that they had in Turbo. They needed a kid for the audience, right? But at the same time, I understand that all the adults are under mind control. But how can a kid get into a construction
Right.
site?
Right. Yeah.
because they're my control. He literally just walked in.
See, told ourselves he didn't go unattended.
Well, no, he did. I just want to also give crap for his dad, who apparently doesn't know how to use anything with pickaxe or a shovel or leverage.
None of them do. Look at that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They are acting the acting parts
Good call.
of a construction worker. Like
Okay, that's fair. Well, no, because I don't see anybody like one of them working and 10 of them standing around. I'm kidding. Kinda. I'm kidding.
I'm just now realizing, like, and this is no harp on, like, well, it is a harp on the movie and not a harp on us talking, but really nothing happens. And I think,
Yeah.
and that's what that's what I was worried about this movie. I said, I know there's something I really didn't like about this film, and I like the beginning, I like the end, I hate this part. It's like so
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah.
Like here, we get this small little thing with these bones. Like they come to life, they fight it, whatever. But like the in between is just like boring. There's nothing happening. I guess this is what you get for just loving a franchise and like, oh, there's nothing bad in it. Yeah, no. There's not.
Oh, dude.
There's probably a reason why all of us have not seen this movie, at least within the last decade.
Right. Well, hey, listen to superhero discussions, man. There are some great stuff from our childhood that we can look at and remember, be like, oh man, I love that. But looking at it as an adult, it looks a lot different. Not saying you don't love it, because nostalgia is always a great point, a great thing to hold on to. But there are definitely things that now that I'm looking at it, when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I didn't notice that. It's also 25, 30 years later. So, I mean, the graphics have changed. You know, it's partially why I think Katie would would kind of poo-poo these movies, because she didn't grow up with them. You kind of have to grow up with them to love them. It's like Dark Crystal. If you didn't grow up with Dark Crystal, you don't like Dark Crystal. Land Before Time. You know, like
Which one? All 20 of them?
all 20 of them, yeah. Like, you just don't love those movies if you didn't grow up with them. So,
I like how Tommy, wearing all white, does the most spinning, kicking, rolling around the dirt, and he's still sweet.
all white. Yeah.
Movie magic.
Yep.
Exactly.
Was it 8 seconds, 9 seconds, 10 seconds, 11?
That is a perfect score, sir.
Woo!
Yep, perfect score.
Dude, the dialogue, man.
Did we already get past the splitting headache? Dialogue? Okay.
That is the perfect freaking line.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
That's why I saved it as a GIF. I have it on my phone as a GIF. I love that line. Yeah, like all this stuff here, like as soon as you get like all that with the Power Rangers, and then you see this, you're just like, I don't want
I love that every box. Well, I guess it's for the that stuff, but never mind.
What were you saying?
I was gonna laugh at the box that says ooze, but then I remembered that it's packaging up this stuff.
The actual
Right.
Yeah.
If someone blows your nose and you want to keep it,
Wait. Good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know, like I said, it's been about 20, 25 years since I've seen this movie. The look of Ivan Ooze, man, I could just do without that chin tail, and I'd be okay.
I wonder how they would redesign him today.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah. I wonder.
Like, as somebody who is, like, because I feel like it was very, like, stereotypical typical to have a like really powerful badass with like the Count Dracula-esque collar and robes. But now, I mean, now a villain is more like stoic. I don't know. I don't know how they would really portray an Ivan Ooze today.
Well,
I think I found the picture. I'm gonna put it in the group chat real quick.
okay. You know, the thing is, I think the reason why maybe I wasn't as into Ivan Ooze as I was to like just his character.
Look at these. Look at the CGI right here, man.
Oh, amazing! Yeah. No, I think I wasn't into Ivan Ooze because I had previously had the Shredder in the movie event, who was amazing in the Ninja Turtles, and I don't know, man. Just he just doesn't do it for me, Ivan Ooze. Like you know what it is? Lord Zed. Zed looks way more intimidating than Ooze does.
Oh yeah.
Like if you gave me a picture and said these two guys are gonna fight, who's gonna win? There's no way in hell you're taking Ivan Ooze. No way in hell. You know? Like, it's just not gonna happen.
Oh man.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Nice. Oh man. Oh, here we go. The splitting headache
Yeah, here you go. It's the same.
is coming up pretty soon.
I think that I actually like the ninja suits better than the regular suits. I just wish they had a helmet because I'm a helmet guy.
Well, and that's the thing. If they had kept the headpieces on these ninja costumes, I think it would look really cool. But of course, just like the whole thing with Captain America and Iron Man in the Marvel movies, you're paying for a face.
Right.
You're not paying for a mask. You know?
Right. Well, sometimes you still want to see it though, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I guess that would be pretty cool. Put a cowl on instead of a helmet with this suit, you know?
One thing I never really got, because I know in season 3 they did a truncated explanation of how they got their new Zords and new powers and all this stuff, but they still had these ninja suits. Like they would do the ninja suits, and then they would morph into the Rangers. Like I never understood why they did that.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess these ninja suits were actually like really popular after the movie, and they're like, okay, we need these in the show. And
Which I guess if you think about it, after the season before Zeo, they had the Alien Rangers, which was basically just ninja suits, practically.
yeah,
So, and that only lasted like 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, but this just takes away the ninja suits. Okay, I get it, but this is not Power Rangers to me.
here we go.
sorry.
Here's the actual like mass stuff.
I feel you, Sarah. I feel you.
I mean, it's just not Power Rangers to me. I want helmets. I want suits. Damn it, I want Power Rangers. It just
Yep.
doesn't feel like Power Rangers to me.
Mm-hmm.
Powers, so they have to give it back.
I get that, but it's just not Power Rangers.
But I don't want it, damn it.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's movie. You know, it's going a different direction than what we were used to. That's fine, but damn it,
Well-
I want some
You're not wrong, Sarah.
helmets.
Can I be honest? I think that real quick. I think that the difference in this show, because you said this is between season 2 and 3, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I think the differences they have in this.
Jake was in the chat.
Oh yeah, he just showed up. I think the differences is that they wanted to introduce new stuff with Power Rangers after the first 2 seasons being successful, because everything from this point on goes totally different from the diamond-shaped, spandex they wore in the first few seasons. So I think they used this movie to test market different looks and different feels of the characters, and they went from there. Even though they already had those established. Yeah, so.
They also started doing more like overarching stories. If
Right.
I remember correctly, season 3 was all like 5-part episodes
Yeah.
because they like start jumping through time and it starts to get a little story heavy, which is not a bad thing. Because I remember season 3 and I actually remember liking it a lot. But yeah, they definitely changed it up after this movie, and then every series afterwards they yeah.
I mean, I appreciate the going the ninja route, but to me that just does not feel like Power Rangers. I'm sorry.
I hear you.
I guess OG. I'm just OG. I'm sorry.
Well, there.
I think that the whole introduction to the Alien Rangers to the American Power Rangers was to say, hey, there is Ninja Rangers. So that way people who didn't enjoy these suits can be like, oh, well, I guess it kind of fits within the canon or lore or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So in.
Here it is. Here's the best line ever.
Yeah. I love him. He's like Batman looking over.
And right here, elevator going up, elevator going down. Talk about a splitting headache.
Talk about a splitting headache. I love it.
It's so good. Oh yeah, good timing.
No, this is a good fight scene, though. It really is. I can say the explosions and special effects of the show when I was younger were crap. But as far as the choreography goes, like the people who were in the costumes doing the moves, did a pretty good job. Did a pretty good job.
I always appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
What were you saying, Chris? I said, no, he's flying again.
Yeah.
Tommy likes flying a lot.
The spiral fly. Yeah.
Gotta flip, gotta twirl, you gotta do it with style, because what's happening? Well, the door is opening, but that's not important right now.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Are you a god?
This is very Indiana Jones-ish.
Well, we do have the one doctor from Indiana Jones. Yeah. If he melts at the end, oh wait a minute.
I mean, I think he does a little bit more than melt, but
Right. Oh.
Feedback.
Clay, why did you send me that link of the helmets thing, dude? Now I'm going to buy like 7 of them. There's only 6 Rangers and I'm going to buy 7 of them. Like, come on, man.
see,
You're crushing me.
though, okay? Here's the thing. You say you're only gonna buy 7, and
And then I have 25 on my wall, yeah.
then there's 3 different versions of the Green Ranger helmet, 3 different versions of the White Ranger helmet. Then you see that there's 2 versions of the Red Ranger helmet. Like,
What about the Yellow Ranger?
You know, the thing is, though, honestly, I don't know why. I feel like Red Ranger, if I saw him in real life, I'd want to fight him. Like,
Rocky or Jason?
Jason, I think. I think I want to fight him. Actually, well, both of them.
Apparently, if you talk
Both of them, to be honest. I think they're that guy that you want to fight at the bar. You know?
well, we all know about this stupid Jean-Claude Van Damme thing. No. Okay, here, question. This now bothers me a lot more now. Tommy's suit still stays the same with a different now spirit animal? Uh-huh. While everybody else changes? Well, no, they don't really have much to change from. And
Is it like the White Tiger now?
Like, helmet, completely stays the same and it doesn't apply anymore. Falcon, not Eagle. Falcon.
Whatever. Look, I got it right there. I don't know what it is.
No, but say that again, Chris. I'm sorry. No, I was saying like his helmet, his kind of the get up of the helmet doesn't make any shift whatsoever. It's still the same. Yeah, I would have thought it would have been
They're
different.
the same? Or did they all actually change? I thought they all stayed like.
No, they all
the
stayed
Black
the same.
Ranger with
But
masks on.
this seems the most that should have changed the helmet at least.
Okay.
I think that it's like very subtle, but I think it does actually change. I could be wrong because, like I said, the that website actually will have the version of the White Tiger and then the White Falcon helmet. And I think I think it's just a little bit more like to a point where it goes from white to gold in front rather than wide. Oh, I remember this part was actually in the trailer with the reporter. One random thing I remember.
You know who gets mad disrespect in this movie? Saba. Yes, Zordon, but Saba.
Alpha 5.
Alpha 5 always gets disrespected, you know? But Saba, man, like, do we even see him in this movie? I haven't seen it so long. Like, is he even going to come out?
We
saw her once.
Did we?
We saw Saba once. We saw Alpha 5 once. Yeah, like because it's really hard. Well, I feel like they got it down to a T nowadays. But back in the day, they're like people just want Power Rangers. They don't want Zordon. They don't want Alpha. They don't want Zed. They don't want Frida. They want Power Rangers. And I'm like, yeah, Power Rangers are cool, but you need a story. You need villains. You need side characters.
Supporting characters.
Yeah.
Dude,
That
these graphics, man. I don't know how
This is ILM style.
Here's the thing. I understand that it's probably really crappy on the YouTube version, but because this is Blu-ray, they're like, hey, we're gonna show you how really crappy it is. Okay.
It's gonna look good doing it.
I mean, it's pretty crappy on the DVD version.
Yeah, Sam.
Looking at
It's the 90s.
looking at these helmets, it makes no sense for Adam to have a mastodon helmet with a toad.
with a toad as his power, yeah. I was going to ask about that, yeah.
For Rocky to have a Tyrannosaurus Rex helmet and an ape spirit animal, or
It's
for
Kimberly with the pterodactyl.
well, the pterodactyl in the brain, it's almost identical.
Yeah.
But then you look at
no one else.
Billy has a giant triceratops on his head, and he's a wolf. Like that doesn't make any sense.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They should have changed the outfits. I agree with you there. They should have changed the outfits.
But I do love the outfits. Like, I'm not going to lie. Those costumes right here, especially in this scene at the end, I absolutely love them. Look, y'all. Like I said, I'm a helmet guy. Okay, I have a lot of Stormtrooper helmets. I have like a Kylo Ren helmet. I have, a Mandalorian helmet. Like, because Star Wars has the best helmets.
Oh, I cannot
The
wait
the
for
the
unboxing video of this Power Ranger helmet you're about to buy right
oh, dude, the White Ranger perfect helmet that I'm about to buy, yes, is my holy grail. That is my holy grail, dude.
now. I don't think I'm gonna end this live stream until you buy it.
I'm trying to look for it. Where's the chat? Let me see. I'm gonna look for it right now. Yeah.
Please don't.
Damn it, Clay. You control so much of my money with Power Rangers helmets and amazing art pieces. Goodness gracious.
Everybody who is interested in going to AnarchyCosplay.com, really great people. I will always promote them because they actually did a really good service for me. Helmets by themselves go anywhere from $250 to $400, and then if you buy a full-out costume with the helmet and suit, it can be anywhere from $750 to $1,000.
Why did you tell me that? Because I'm going to have a bat suit soon now. Damn you.
That is just the top of the, like, that is just Mighty Morphin. If you go into the more intricated, like, there's some Rangers that come out in different series that are called the Sixth Ranger. Those Sixth Ranger outfits usually range anywhere from $850 to $1,200. Some villains that are a little bit more intricate with armor that can go all the way to $1,150 to $1,250. So it is kind of expensive, and all of these are coming from Indonesia. They are actual licensed power costumes. So
Dude, why did you show me this website? Now I'm going to have a red and a green and a blue and a white and a black. I'm going to have all the Rangers, man. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be so nice, though. I'm going to wear them every podcast.
I know nobody in my family will listen to this, so I will be 100% comfortable in saying this. But Greg, you know that I have been recently attempting to get a new job. Actually,
Yes,
So,
very close. We'll do a live show when you do.
yeah, so it's gonna be super fun. And if you get a helmet, I have already told Abby, my wife, that I want to start collecting helmets again. So we can do a Power Rangers episode. Helmets.
Oh yes. And that means that Chris has to buy a blue ranger or a black ranger or a red ranger or whatever we don't have covered helmet.
No, Chris sticks with his graphic novels. I'm completely comfortable with what I buy.
Well,
I don't need another problem.
Christmas and birthdays are just a reason to buy something for somebody you love. So there you go.
Dude, some of these scenes look like they didn't even make it out of like pre-production. No, they don't.
It's 1995. This is Independence Day. This is,
Independence Day looked better than this. Yeah, it did.
what about Men in Black? Same time.
Still a much better.
Wild Wild West.
Well, like has a whole lot of other issues besides that.
Right.
The spider looked much better than these swords. It was also. Yep. Well, remember the spider was supposed to be in the Nick Cage Superman movie, so.
I never want to see that suit worn. Sorry, I've seen pictures, I've seen videos. I never want to see that suit. Like, don't besmirch my Henry Cavill Superman. I never want to see that suit.
The documentary, Superman Lives, What Happened.
I've watched parts of it.
I still need to watch it.
Yeah,
We
I've watched
talked
parts
about
of it.
We talked about it on Joe's podcast. God, it's so amazingly awesome.
After seeing that documentary and then knowing what we got Doomsday wise in BVS, I am really happy with BVS Doomsday.
I'm so glad you said that. It's my favorite movie of all time. Love it.
We are making fun of like the fact that MIB looks better than this movie. Men in Black had a $90 million budget. Can anybody guess what this had without looking at it? I can see everybody.
35.
I can see everybody on 45.
Nope.
35. Yeah.
What's the number?
25. Okay. Sarah, do you want to take a guess?
17 and a half.
$1.
13.
Oh wow. Greg and Sarah are the closest. This had $15 million.
Wow. That's pretty good, actually.
But there's also, like, how often does a TV show get, booted up to the movies?
That's true.
Having good
Flintstones and Jetsons.
You would have to compare something like a Nickelodeon movie,
Yeah.
live action,
Or Flintstones and Jetsons.
to see
You know?
what kind of.
X-Files?
Yeah, or X-Files. Yeah. Well, I feel like, I don't know. If you compare the X-Files franchise and their fan base compared to a Power Rangers fan base, I feel like Hollywood
Oh, look at those graphics.
more lenient on giving X-Files more money than Power Rangers.
You're not wrong there.
At that time, yes, I agree.
Yeah, they had a bigger
Now,
pull.
now I feel like nowadays, with fantasy and superhero genre being more popular, had Power Rangers come out like now in America with better graphics, I feel like you probably could have gotten a better bang for your buck with a good Power Rangers movie than you could have with a.
I don't know. At that time, I mean, with the series, with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series, it was. I felt like it was fairly popular.
It was popular with kids, but
Yeah.
but like Marvel, DC, Star Wars is popular with kids and adults.
I will say,
You know?
Power Rangers 2017, $105 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
$105.
that is literally.
Wow.
I will say, with the 17 version, it was a bit different because I took my son to see it, and he saw it. I mean, granted, he was like 9, but still, me seeing it versus him seeing it for the first time, it was a different. It just felt like a different version.
All right.
It was just a different way they kind of presented it because the
Sure,
characters were
like this, because I will say, and we did say this on the first episode that should be dropping in November for the Ranger Alliance. We did talk about how the current director that is in charge of like making these new films after they end their contract with Nickelodeon, he has 2 series on Netflix right now that are very much not for kids.
Oh.
And that is the route. His name is. Let me double check really quick. What his name is.
I didn't feel like the 17 version was as kid friendly as the 90s version. But I mean, that was
No,
just
because
Well, no, this was PG, and the 17 version is PG-13, right?
But the way they presented the characters, it was a bit different than the previous version.
Right.
I mean, I have no issue with that. I have no issue with that. But I just feel like it was
I don't even think
different.
it's mod day kids thing. It's more of they were trying to pull in all of us who grew
Right.
up with Power Rangers. They were
Right.
Like, hey, I would take my kid to go see this movie because it's based off of these characters I liked 20 years ago.
Right.
Like I took my daughter, I think she was 12 at the time, and she enjoyed it. There was some scenes in there that I probably would have been questioning had I watched it
Yeah,
before
exactly.
we took her, but like she still enjoyed it.
Well, I gotta ask you though, like you talk about scenes you would have questioned before taking her, and she's 12. My daughter's 13. Like, would you rather her see anything in the 2017 version, or the way they sexualized what's her name, the character that blew the dust and at the horizon, and they saw on the other Earth? I mean, there are things in both movies I feel that are like, I don't want my daughter to see that or my kids to see that.
I mean, it's just a different version from the 90s than what we were used to. I mean, they,
Agreed. Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
I just realized we're watching Beast Wars,
Right. Right. Yeah.
and I love Beast Wars.
I did too. Yeah. Beast Wars is great.
Alright, so Chris, the director, his name is Jonathan Entwistle. Entwistle. He did the show that I literally binged the day that I saw Travis share that news of, the whole thing with making a new TV movie franchise with the Power Rangers. This director did a show called I'm Not Okay With This. It's on Netflix. Yeah. It's 7 episodes. They're 20 minutes each, give or take. I binged the entire thing in 2 hours. That was a great show.
Yeah, they've got that show's got a lot of positive buzz. I've seen a lot of.
Did that get canceled?
about it.
It did. It did get canceled due to COVID-related
Oh, that
circumstances.
sucks.
But he also did one saying the end of the bleeping world is also on Netflix. That has 2 seasons right now. I haven't started that one yet, but I do want to watch it just to see a little bit more of his work. But I liked what I saw out of I Am Not Okay With This. So if he wants to take that kind of direction for Power Rangers, it won't exactly go into the era of like what Greg wants with the fan-made short movie or short or whatever you want to call it, but it gets pretty close. So this is so unrealistic. I'm sorry. I understand that.
Oh, just
Water
one
Hose
scene
is-
is just one scene's on listed.
It's Ghostbusters 2 now.
Water's the key.
It's literally every other movie, pop culture movie, in this one movie. I love it.
There's so much. There is so much, and I honestly didn't pick it up as a kid at all.
Oh no, of course not. And again, I haven't seen this movie like Greg. I haven't seen this movie for over 20 years. Okay. Like I don't.
honestly, I saw it one time because there's some stuff that I just don't remember. But I know I've
In
seen
fact,
some stuff.
and spoiler alert for like 10 minutes into the future right here, but the fact that the Rangers defeat Ivanhoe's
Wait, what?
Wait a second.
like freaking knee to the groin, like is the most 90s thing you can do. Gotta have a little potty humor in it.
The Phoenix?
Yeah, like they just they threw this out of nowhere. Like this whole story, this whole plot point of like, oh, there's a meteor really close. Yeah.
Did I
Yeah,
miss something? What?
I think you
What
missed it.
movie?
I think you might
Hey.
have like walked away when that happened.
I gotta ask though. Don't those like hoses they have like he has there on the fire hydrants like almost kill people
Yes.
when you
That's what
when
I-
you spray them with
that's-
it?
Like,
Yeah.
that's why I said it's so unrealistic.
Yeah.
Because like construction sites, because that's the thing. That thing could have been a water saw for all he knew.
Right. Right.
And murdering people left and right, Homelander style.
Exactly. I was about to say Homelander. Yep.
No, see, that's why he was at the construction site earlier. So he saw what that did, so that he knew at this point in time to come back and use it. I got nothing. I'm pulling out of my ass.
No, but see, here is the point where they all sing Kumbaya,
Yeah.
and everything is better. I hate this trope in comics, in movies, the whole thing that like, oh, love will make everything better.
No, that's Disney. That's Disney thinking. Like not all comic and Disney thinking is like that. That
Read any Wonder Woman
Metal.
Read any
oh DC Metal. Okay, good call.
Metal, freaking. I think there was like 7 different stories in Wonder Woman within the last 2 years that were just like, oh, it's okay to be angry, but you can overcome this struggle with love. You know? And I'm just like, get out of here, you're Wonder Woman, cut off their head, just do it.
Right.
Put your foot down, damn it.
Yeah, but in this moment, did you really want Zordon to die?
That was helmets are. It would have been a lot more interesting.
Game changer.
It would have been a lot more adult.
Oh, him dying? I don't think
Him dying.
That's just,
Oh, yeah.
I just saw this. Sarah, it was the earring for Tommy, wasn't it? The earring had. That's
That's what it was like the shave size with the long ponytail. That's what it is.
I was saying, 'cause I have the earring.
You want the earring because the earring. No, you want the earring. Sorry.
This was definitely in
It
the
was the
trailer.
ponytail.
This scene, the part of this scene was definitely in the trailer. Oh yeah.
What is that?
The pixie dust flying around everywhere.
So now we're inside the TARDIS. Gotcha.
Okay. It's always been inside the TARDIS. That's what the command center looks like. Dude, that makes total sense. Hey, who knew they also took the scene from like far and away?
There we go.
This is pure far and away.
So what you're saying is Hollywood has been copying movies for years and years and years.
I want to know who wrote this movie and like see if he got docked for plagiarism. Ranger. I'm so happy. It's alive. It's alive. Hey, Frankenstein. This movie is totally ripping off every single movie.
I mean, honestly, though, every movie rips off every movie.
Oh,
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying this is blatant. Get the power.
Well, there's basically like 6 main storylines you can run with, and then everything else copies that. Some version of those 6 main storylines. So,
Oh, so I want to point out, and I know I will bring this up at some point in time. On
Oh,
the
Snell is in the chat now.
But Bulk and Skull were considered the bullies of the show. During my rewatch, it seemed like they were the ones getting picked on by the Rangers. Just saying.
Later on, yeah, it does
It's
definitely
really bad.
get to that point, yeah. They become the bullies.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I guess that's fine.
I will say though, this movie introduced me to Van Halen.
okay.
Really? Yes. Right
I
here.
don't know if I'm excited or sad for you.
It's super sad when you really think about it. But as a 5-year-old, like hearing Van Halen in the credit scene, I was like, I'm not leaving the theater until this song is over.
Right.
Every single time I hear this song, I don't like. Of course, you think Van Halen. My immediate thought is this movie.
There you go.
Always,
There you
always
go.
and forever.
Thank you, Power Rangers.
We're just hoping that you're watching.
Right.
Every freaking day of their
Yep.
Not they just same. They have the same color scheme. That's completely different.
every day.
Yep.
Every day, though.
I'm gonna wear blue every single day of my life.
I'm saying, Greg.
Dude, I would get so tired of, like, I wore red because, of course, the Red Ranger is my favorite. This is the only more phenomenal shirt that I have. Like, if I had red...
More phenomenal. I like that. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's what they say in the very first episode, but this shirt is actually a more phenomenal expo shirt, and the convention is actually something that my friends created here in San Antonio.
Nice. Very nice. So, is this technically like the first post-credit scene? Like they did this before Marvel did?
I mean, technically, Ferris Bueller did.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh man, guys, I have not seen that movie in so long, and even though I couldn't listen to it, it was actually more fun listening to y'all talk and us talk than probably watching the movie. It's kind of like what is that, Mystery Science Theater, whatever. Yeah, like kind of like that, you know, having a good time with friends watching a movie. Amazing movie though. Like there are some things that just pulled me right in nostalgically. I couldn't hear the Power Rangers theme song in this one, so that always gets me really good. I think I almost cried when I saw it in theaters in the 2017 reboot. Like, just oh my gosh.
My friends that were part of that charity group, we were all cosplayers. But at that time, when the movie came out, we had all like disbanded. But we're like, hey, we need to get together for this movie. And we all sat at the very top, and the entire freaking theater just roared in applause.
Yes,
and, like,
at that
screaming.
moment. Mm-hmm.
When, as soon as you heard like the first two notes of that theme song, we all went nuts. It was great.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Well, all right, man. Well, y'all, we've been on this for a few hours now. It's close to midnight where I'm at. My 12th anniversary is tomorrow, and I am ready to get up and go gamble in the morning. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm super excited.
Make it 4 hours, so you know.
Yeah.
Joe.
Well, I'll tell you what. Everybody on the Ranger podcast, tell me where they can find you at if they want to talk to you or hit you up.
Joe, you go first. So if you need to like leave the app,
I'll wait first. I can wait until. Anyway, yeah. So I host a podcast called Comic Book Rundown. We cover comic book story arcs similar to what Chris does with World's Finest, but we do one issue, one episode for the arc. We also have starting here in November, we're going to be doing what we are calling Rundown Reviews, where we go over comic book movies and we rate them. And then we'll also have the Chitty Chats, where I talk with friends. And we just have them on and we just talk for like an hour. That's the gist of my show, Comic Book Rundown. All of that is in the same feed. You can find it on any major podcasting app. I think we're on all of it. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram.
Check them out.
Tony, you go next.
You got it. I'm on Twitter at WalkGator93. As we'll do a DC Comics review for non-robot DC Comics review. Also on Instagram, where I just review a trade that I'll read either on the Hoopla app, Marvel Unlimited, a trade of my own, or DC, soon to be the DC Infinite app, and that'd be comic_discuss on Instagram.
Very cool. And then you can find me at FanboyClay over on Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok, because that's where I've been posting of my spray paints, trying to get in with all the cool kids over at TikTok. But you can also find me, of course, on the brand new show here on the network, the Ranger Alliance podcast, of course, with all these great gentlemen here, with Jake also, who is in the chat. Like I said, I'm going to be rotating guests on there every month. You can also find me at my own podcast, Fanboy Comics Podcast. You can find me with my other two co-hosts on two separate shows, such as the Comic Book Legion podcast as well as the Batman News Weekly podcast. So I podcast a lot.
See, people say I get around. Yeah.
So yeah, and yeah, it's been really fun. Like I said, I post very rarely on Instagram. My wife is trying to help me out with that, but I promise you will get quality shows on the Ranger Alliance podcast.
There you go. And promoting all these shows you guys are on. I love all these hosts, man. It's gonna be so fantastic to work with you in the future. And Clay, seriously, y'all check out his artwork. Like, it is so worth paying the money for. Like hands down, like no question. Like, you want that much money for that? No problem, I'll pay it. So, Clay, you're filling up a wall in my room, man. I absolutely love it. Thank y'all so much for coming on, Sarah. Oh man, any time, dude, and many times in the future, I hope. So, Sarah, where can they find you at?
You guys can find me on Twitter at MyLadyKit. Of course, I'm not as around as much as you guys, but you can find me on Super Civil Servant podcast.
I made it hard to say on purpose.
I
Yeah.
know, right? But yeah, hopefully maybe I can catch you guys in some of your other shows and just kind of see what's going on and just kind of broaden my horizons and that kind of thing. But
Sarah, I still think you should do a Star Trek show.
100% agree. 100% agree. Yes.
I'm seriously trying.
Yes. You know what, Sarah? As a matter of fact, like I said, I want to start pitching a show. I will start a Star Trek show with you. Start watching Star Trek, and make 2 more hours in the day to be able to do that. Yeah. Like you definitely need a Star Trek show.
You're definitely welcome to come on when we start talking about the Star Trek with the Kelvin line.
Yes, very soon.
We'll go from there. 'Cause I know you need to be schooled on a little bit of it. So.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
I have these DVDs, and I've had them.
Start watching them. What's stopping you?
I've had them since I've been married with my wife.
And you haven't watched them?
4 years, and I haven't even opened them yet.
What? Wow.
Two in theaters, but I haven't seen any since. I want to watch them.
I have the entire box set. I have the entire box set. This is box 1.
Fantastic box set. Yes, you do. You need to start watching them. That's a good starting point. That's a good starting point.
Okay.
Starting point.
Good deal. Mr. Balgo, where can they find you at, brother?
You can find me on Twitter at Chris Balga. Got World's Finest True Believers at Finest Believers, and then Marvel Alliance at Marvel A Podcast. And yeah, this week's on World's Finest Retro Show with our friend Ryan Lauer from the Batman Book Club. His very first appearance on the show, looking at Batman Noel.
Yeah. And guess what? On Marvel Alliance podcast this week, Mr. Schlager's going to be there. DC Invasion. Y'all get ready. It's going to be fun. It should be fun.
We already had hot takes from Katie. We're looking for hot takes from Greg.
I'm going to think of something, man. Definitely. But you can find me at the BatDaddy52 on Twitter. That's my personal handle. Check me out. Talk to me about anything, sports, comics, movies, anything. And I'm a very, I don't know if I want to say objective person. I like to hear a lot of different points of views and think about a lot of different ways to think of things. So, hit me up, man. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I might debate with you, but I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. Super Civil Servants podcast on Fridays, just like this. DC Alliance podcast on Tuesdays. C3 Panthers podcast on Tuesdays. Evenings live. Sundays after the game, C3 Panthers podcast post-game show. Fridays, superhero discussions on the Geek Ultimate Alliance Network. Y'all check it out.
Am I gonna have to be a Panthers fan when I move over there?
You definitely, if you live in Charlotte, yes, you're going to have to convert to be a secondary Panthers fan.
I will say my uncle is one of the biggest Panthers fan down here, so
Well,
he will be proud of me.
it's better than being a Texans or a Cowboys fan. So, anyway. Okay, good deal.
I will say, how about the Cowboys?
Oh, how about them 8-8 Cowboys every year? Yeah. All right. Well, y'all check it out. Seriously, one more main point. November 7th, Geekverse Podcast Network is putting on a 24-hour live stream. Go check it out. Have fun, viewing what they do. Super Civil Servants will be on there. We're gonna absolutely kick their asses in trivia. I mean, there's no question there. I think they may not friend us anymore after that. They may block us after this trivia challenge is over. I'm not sure, but it's gonna be pretty bad.
It'll be the end of the network.
Yeah, exactly. Like a great thing, and just bam. Yep, we screwed it up by beating the crap out of them. Yep,
So at least one show.
that's right.
Still counts.
But seriously, go check it out. They're doing a 24-hour live streams for a great cause, BC Children's Hospital. Let's raise $1,500 and way more than that. But $1,500 gets Travis Snell's head shaved. I think that earlier I heard Clay talking about. Yeah, I think I heard Clay talking about shaving his head based on a certain amount. So Clay, name the price, and if we're not there by the end of the podcast, you're shaving that head because I'll fix that. So I'll fix that, guys. I've been bald since I was like 22 years old. So like I'm totally cool with that. I want everybody to be bald with me. So
What's your price?
yeah.
I was gonna say, like, because me and my wife were talking about it. She's like, "Oh, well, would you just shave it just because they reached 1,500?" I was like, "Well, no, that's Travis's goal. I would need to do one above it." And
1501.
I think a fair amount, because I'm not gonna say, "Oh, my hair is worth this much." I mean, I don't know.
Right.
Like, bucks and all, but I mean, I would say let's do 17. If you
17. Okay.
if we can reach 17, and look, watch on the 7th, I'll be like, no, let's make it 17.
I thought you were going to say 1750. I really did. Yeah.
Let's make it 17, and if we can get to 17, then I will videotape my wife possibly shaving.
Nice.
Like the hair and the footing?
Ooh, no, that's got to be like 19 for that in the face. Yeah.
It's like Cesar Romero. He can't have his icon. You gotta paint over the.
Right.
Like right now, I'm like freaking Indigo Montoya over here. I don't want to freaking turn into Mr. Q-Ball. Like I can't do that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep this. Like you know what? My wife will probably shave everything else.
Look,
She's like, the hair's gone. Now the stash goes.
how about this? How about this, Clay?
It'll be a day of mourning.
Clay, I'll say it with you. How about this? We raise 2,000. 2,000. I already shaved my head. I'll shave my beard too. Because none of y'all have ever seen me without a beard. My beard is like my signature thing. I'll shave my beard for 2,000. Okay, so I'll put that out there.
Yeah. Let's do. I'll do 17 for my hair.
Okay.
And then I'll
$2,000 for everything.
and then $2,000 for everything.
Okay. And you know what? Then we've got to dye our bodies white and like paint and everything, and do a powder review.
What the heck is going on?
So y'all remember powder? No, but seriously, hey, I'll put that out there because I want this charity to really bloom. Like,
Hours, right?
huh?
It's 24 hours.
24 hours. Yep. And you can donate. You can donate from now until then because me and Mr. Hines have already done it. So you can donate from now till then, and I'll include the link in this chat or in this show description. All the way up to the 7th, and I think maybe a little after there, they take donations too. If 2,000 and this beer is gone, y'all.
Working on the 7th, but I get off like 11 p.m. my time, so y'all will still be live streaming. So I will jump in and see how y'all are doing.
Okay.
On the donations.
Good deal. Good deal. I'll keep you posted, brother. How about that? All right. Well, everybody who guessed it on the night, Joe, Walt, Clay, thank you so much. Sarah, Chris, always, thank you so much. Yes. And y'all are part of the network now. Exactly. Y'all have my handle. Hit me up anytime. DC Alliance, Superior Discussions, SCS, anything you want to be part of, let me know. Y'all are welcome. It's going to be a great time moving forward. But to everybody else who's out there, thank you so much for listening. And all I got to say is keep pounding.
May the power protect you.
That's
what
right.
I'm